This video is sponsored by Figurosity. If you have trouble finding that right pose you need or where to place muscles and clothing when you're posing your figures, this site gives you the solutions that you need to get the job done. With over 7,000 poses to choose from, you can get all of your practice in and more. Click the link in the description to try it out for free. What's up? Welcome to my next video. And yes, this video is a sponsored video by Figurosity. So I'm going to be using that tool to work on this next pose that I'm going to be working with, while at the same time giving you the same teachings as far as learning how to draw the muscles in a detailed way, similar to the Baki series. And for this, I found a pose, kind of like a fighting pose that I found out of all the poses that were there available. I chose this one, and as you see, I chose the muscle structure. Normally when you're choosing different poses in this tool, they give you the option to choose whether it's a nude, muscular, or clothing. And sometimes when you're drawing a pose with the clothes on, sometimes it's hard to figure out where to place the shapes at, because sometimes the clothing kind of obstructs the view of the body in the clothes, and you kind of want to see the shape so you know exactly where to put the body at. So that's a good option to where you can have it the nude option or the muscle option, where you can see all the muscles and everything. So I chose to use this one, the guy punching, and I started out the same way, using basic shapes, starting with the head first and then going down the torso and the waist, and I'm putting lines in to find center lines, and putting center lines is kind of a way of trying to figure out the angle of where the body's going to go. And I'm not worrying too much about fixing it. I'm kind of just, I'm practicing as I go, getting the form down, and I fix it up later on. That's usually what happens. You sketch everything out, and then when you get to the final pose or the final piece, you start erasing everything, fixing things, moving the head or the legs or things like that. And right now I'm just placing the shapes to give you kind of like an idea of what to do when you're using this tool, or even if you're just posing in general. And down putting the legs in for the bottom calf, same thing, same way, putting the shapes in, and same thing for the other leg and putting the shape in. And sometimes I usually measure it out, but right now I'm just gonna throw all the shapes in and then measure it out as I go along. But I'm just kind of getting trying to just get the form down. I'm putting the foot in the back. The foot is leaned back in perspective, so I'm trying to you're not going to really see the calf because of the foot is leaned back, the same way it has in the reference picture right there on the bottom that you have there. And now for the shoulders, I find it easier to always use circles, because it's kind of it's an easy way of placement. You place the shoulder, you put the circle there, circle in the back. Sometimes if the circle goes in front of the face, you can have the circle go across the face, you can erase it later. But I always like putting those circles in, because it's kind of an easy indication for me to know where to put the shoulders at. Because sometimes I know some artists use just a circle, like a small circle, but I use the big circle because I want to cover a large amount of area, because just in case of I have a pretty buff guy or something like that, I want to make sure that I know exactly where the shoulder is going to go. And same thing right here. So right now I'm starting to work on the hands, putting the hands in. The hand kind of going off the page a little bit because the spiral in the book. And then right now I'm going to try to work in some details. I'm gonna do a video soon on separate body parts, as far as the neck, and like a video on just the neck, a video on just the torso, a video on just the legs, just the biceps, to kind of work to show each body part separately, because each body part on the body has pretty much its own video to cover pretty much. And right now I'm working the chest in. I'm looking at the neck, and when you put the neck in, especially the top part of the neck, where the traps are. As long as you put that little triangle shape up top on every pose, and you'll see me do it in every video. You put that triangle shape up, and then we'll put the head in first, and then that triangle shape like on the bottom of the head. Like you'll know. It's kind of like a way of telling your mind, like, you know where the traps are going to go. But if you've seen all my videos, or my previous videos, you'll see me always put that triangle shape in for the traps. I'm working the abs in. Trying to make sure that get the abs straight. The abs kind of curve around a little bit because of the body's kind of twisting. And also when creating this, there were areas that I fixed probably later on, but as far as like the chest has to be down more, and the head, see the head is over a little bit, but I need to move the head over to the right a little bit more to get the pose, and he has to be leaned down a little bit more. He's a little bit far up, but I'm kind of actually happy with the way it came out, because sometimes you may draw one pose and then another pose may come out of it, and you just might like the pose that came out of it more so than the one you're referencing. But this one I did fix up a little bit. I'm working in the other hand, and usually when I'm working in the hands, especially fingers and things like that, I usually put in boxes for the fingers. You put in boxes for the fingers, then it's easier to place the fingers. You can either use boxes for fingers, you can use cylinders for fingers. There's like a vast amount of ways to draw hands. I mean, there's a vast amount of ways to draw the body, really. But this is the way I show you in my videos. Are kind of just this is the way I do it. Every artist has a different way of creating their art. And working in the forearms, getting that in. Trying to add in as much detail I can. Going off the reference, trying to make sure get a good idea of where to place all the muscles. And the references are pretty good. I mean, you can take it in there and find your pose, whether it's muscles or clothing or whatever, and just rotate the image, and you basically get whatever pose you want to your liking. You want to get the guy from a different angle, you just rotate the 3D figure, and you got it. I'm getting the head. I'm not going to put the face in this tutorial. I'm going to just leave it blank. I'm just going to focus more on just the muscles and the pose. But it's kind of a way that I do create heads like that sometimes, where I'll lay in that center line, and sometimes I'll even put a line where the eyes are going across. The head is slanted, just so I can know that the head is either slanted or straight. Because sometimes some artists would draw heads, or even when beginner artists draw heads, and the tilt it's tilted, but you don't see it's tilted, even though the artists say, "Oh yeah, the head's tilted," but because you don't see it, the head isn't really tilted, because it's kind of hard to tilt heads in a certain way. And I'll cover that in the video also. I'm erasing the leg because I realized the leg is too short. And don't forget to also leave a like, comment if you like what you see. If you want me to create more content like this. And I'm adding that line. It's kind of like a perspective line that I put sometimes when I'm doing poses, because when you're working in perspective, or you're drawing the legs and or anything in perspective, it goes back. So that's why sometimes I gotta put the line just so I can my eye can see it. Because if I don't put a line there, then that means my eyes haven't seen it, and I have to put a line there so that my eye can see that it's going backwards. Because sometimes I can just draw the leg straight out, and I'm like, oh, the leg is still the same size as the other leg because my eye's not seeing it in perspective. So I have to put that line going back so I know to put that leg back. And even for the hands, if I was to the arm, I'll have the arm going back. I'm working the leg. Getting that leg detail in there. I probably should have put on some fighting trunks too. But I want to keep this video short to 10 minutes, so I had to work with what I got. Right now I'm just adding more detail, darkening up lines. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And also check out Figurosity. You got the link below in the description. And take care.